for step 55, attaching the spare tire. Well, we're going to need to put the stickers on the spare tire cover, and then there is the brake light that has to be attached. And then we're going to attach the spare tire with these 5 screws and some larger washers, and then again we have another door handle that we need to put on. So there are the screws and hardware that we need. There's our door handle and the piece. And for our spare tire cover, I've actually already gone ahead and done all that, because when I was doing the deckling, I put it on then, and then because I had to put a decal on the brake light, thought, well, why not do that right now? So that's on as well, and you can see that's attached with one of the screws. So we are ready to install all of this. Now, one other point that I want to make here, because you'll have seen it in the other steps. See how it's saying PS32 to paint the door handle? I am not doing that. And the same thing applied here. They wanted the door handles painted. I'm not doing that. Obviously, with mine, it's now a yellow versus the box art color, and I don't want to paint the handlebars. I want them to stand out. I think it'll be better. But a lot of the plastic parts, and even going forward, you know, they're talking about painting this. I'm not going to be doing that. Black is black is black as far as I'm concerned, and it's just a minor thing, but for me, I don't want to do that. Anyway, we will continue. So first of all, I think we might actually install the door handle, because then we can get that out of the way, because then it'll be easier to put the tire on second. So if we're going to put on the door handle first, just note direction, because it's hard to see in the instructions, but you'll notice here that there's the little button. So if you were coming up to the door and you're using your thumb to unlock it, it would be at the top. So just notice that with this, you're going to have to make sure that that button is facing up. So let's grab the other part that we need here. And this is going to have to pop into place. There we go. And for that bottom piece, it's showing that the sort of the ridged area, that part is actually facing down. So we need to grab our screws, and we can start screwing this one in. Now, I made a bit of an error with this one when I was initially cutting the plastic out. So I'm hoping that the top one is going to hold this better. But when I was doing the body reaming, I made the hole, all these different holes for all the different parts, the roof rack, the trail sights, etc. They're all different sizes, and I had basically I made it for the wrong size and thought I was doing something else, and so I made it too big. But the top one I didn't, so I'm hoping that's going to hold this on without worrying about it, because you're just going to notice that there's a hole that really shouldn't be there. But let's see how this looks. The way this piece is attached, I think should hide some of that, but let's just see how the hole's a bit too big, but the top one goes on nice and tight, so I'm okay with that. It's actually looking pretty good. Good. Okay, well that's fine. It's too bad the hole happened, but it seems to be okay. Okay, so let's get on with the tire cover. So we know obviously that the brake light's going to be at the top, so we can put this on. I want to see we've got the screw, and it's going to go into one of the thicker washers. So it's a pretty solid washer. Makes sense because it's a fairly big tire cover. So let's just put this one in first. I want to see that I've done this correctly. So if this was upside down, it's going to go into that one. Which is fine. We'll grab our screwdriver. And I'm just going to get it started for now. I want to just make sure that that's getting seated properly. So, same again. Let's grab another one of our washers. They're pretty heavy duty. And get that in there. And again, let's make sure that this is going to go through okay. Now, this hole doesn't seem to be quite as big. Might have to ream that out a bit more. So in the end, I didn't have to ream them out again. I just, with the camera there, I wasn't sure how much pressure I could put into that hole by basically pushing the screw through. But they're all okay, so it's just a matter of now screwing them in. So because I was already checking them out, I basically put each screw and the washer on and pushed them through the hole, just to be sure. So now they are ready to go, so we'll just screw these in. And it's the hard plastic again, so you'll know when you're at the end. Yep. You can just feel it grab. Just a couple of extra turns for good measure. And there we have it. So here is our spare tire cover. And I think that just looks awesome, especially with all the door handles, the lights, etc. So this is really starting to come together. I love this. This looks great. Yeah. So that is step 55 complete. So now we're going to move on to step 56 and attach the side mirrors.